on YouTube in case you want to be part of it. All right, guys. Okay, I'll see you guys in the live session. Link is in my bio. The Telegram channel, we have the link to this right now. We're going to be starting over the next 6 minutes. On YouTube, in case you... Okay, over the next 6 minutes, market is going to get hit. Okay, so I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Hold on. Where is this, my beautiful song? Okay. Into the atmosphere, Spirit of you're here. You have all the authority. I pray over my heart and mind. I am healed by your stripes. Your blood declares that I am free. In the morning, there's only one. Father, we thank you for this amazing opportunity yet again to come into the market. Thank you for giving us life this morning. We thank you for our expectation and our desires. We commit the session into your able hands. May knowledge be communicated, may insight be received, and may actions be taken that will push us and move us in the dimension and direction of success and value in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh, wow. Joseph. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Am I mistaken? Excuse me, guys. All right, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Yeah, this is it. Oh, oh, okay. You know what you guys can do? If you have friends, you can actually send this call to them. Okay. It's going to be a powerful time to experience how we trade. Okay. How I trade and an insightful pathway into Forex trading. Okay. So I'm just going to be doing the next couple of, maybe an hour, 30 minutes. Okay. 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 So I've got some distractions. A lot of people are messaging me. I need to just guide them where to get the link. And why do people like not being prepared? Apparently, my free access link has been available. The link is on my bio on Instagram. You see that a lot of people don't know how to get links. So let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. How are you guys doing this morning? Give me a word. How you doing this morning? Type it on the chat. So I know we have different category of people here. Some of you are already, how many of you are ready to make money? You can make money if I say make money right now. You can make money. Okay. Now, some of you probably, so if I say let's go make some money right now, I believe some of you already set to make money because you probably have a trading account. All right. You're already a trader. So if you're that person, congratulations. It's going to be more of a profitable session or powerful session or positive session for you. All right. But for some of you who are not, how many of you, you cannot make money right now, but you just want to understand how it is we do what it is we do. Okay. Now, when I say make money, it's a language of take action in trading. Okay. So, some of you might be here. I would be over the session, be talking to different category of people. The first language is I am going to talk how we make money, all right, using our scanners, to trade. And I'm going to be sharing afterward, why the approach is quite healthy for trading, and I'm also going to be going over the mastery through trading psychology over the course of the ending of the session. So I'm going to be talking to the traders right now to benefit them, actively from trading. So there's a language of trading. I'm going to speak in that language first. Then there is a language for learning. I'm going to be speaking that language later. Does that make sense? Put sense on the chat. All right. Okay, good. So over a couple of weeks right now, I have been sharing a couple of insights into scanners. Okay. How this could be a beautiful approach. Now, many people would be curious to know what is the place of scanners in trading. Okay. Now I'm going to be going in depth after I use the scanner first. I want to look. So it's almost like my morning routine. How do I look at the market? Even as a uh someone who understands the market to a degree that someone understand the market to a degree that I don't depend on tools. Okay. But there is something we call leverage. The most powerful people are powerful not because they have ability. Okay. They are powerful because they have intelligence of leverage. They know how to leverage things for things. Successful people know how to leverage money for money. Okay. Why unsuccessful people know how to leverage time for money. So your intelligence in how you leverage tools, is going to actually change your depth of result. So I have a system that I'm presently using. Okay. Let me just share my screen. I believe you guys can see what do you guys see on my on the screen right now? What do you guys see on the screen right now? Mm. You guys are seeing you. Are you? I'm sharing my screen. Are you seeing my screen? Okay. I don't know if I can eat while I am. So we have some amazing. In fact, I even discovered a scanner. All right. One of my students told me about one of our scanners. And probably just go over it while we're here on this session. So basically, fam, uh, okay. Before I get in on what I want to show, okay, I need you guys to pay attention to what I would say is very, very important. A lot of people make choices in trading. They make choices in trading and they later get result of the choices they make without understanding the choices in the first place. And one of the things I found out over time is trading can be quite cumbersome when there is no plan of why you're trading. So the most important thing for me is the mindset to trade is very, very important. Why are you trading? What do you want to trade? What is the mode of why you want to trade? It's very, very important even before you trade. So there is a mindset to trading. A lot of people don't bring that mindset into trading. They just come into the market and they look at, oh, what does the market has right now? Okay. And they just trade what the market has. Now, the thing is, you're going to find yourself over time that the market controls you and your emotions. And this is why a lot of people don't succeed in trading because why? They are in the quagmire or the manipulation. This whole market is a manipulation. I hope you guys know that. Put 100 on the chat if you know that. Okay. This is Forex market is the most legal manipulated entity in the world. All right. In fact, I could say money in itself is a manipulation. So if you do not understand the game of money, you would be a victim. And a lot of people are being victims in this legal estate. Okay. So what is even Forex? Do you have an understanding what Forex is? So not until you have that understanding, there are certain things you do, they would not help you become prosperous and profitable over a long time. You can make, see, the game is like a casino. You can make money. It's a legal casino. Like people play the long shot. And I'm saying this, okay, because I want you guys to understand why an approach is very, very powerful. So I will just slide in to tell you that one of the things that I found very, very important in the mindset is in trading, there is a mindset to understand position. Where do you want to trade from? What do you want to do today if you get into the market? So you can understand, you can make your decision and you allow the market flow into your decision. And when the market hits your decision, you knock the trade. Okay. If you begin to accumulate trades that you plan over a period of numbers, over a period of time, okay, you're going to find a data will show up. That is how you would have a successful trading journey. Okay, but I'm not going to go into the detail now. I'll go into the detail after we use this. I give you a dimension of how we use our scanners. Now, the first thing I look out for in the scanners, or a first thing a trader should look out for is what's the direction of the market right now? If you're looking at the market right now that you want to trade, do you know the direction the market is going? Okay, the thing is, I wouldn't know if the market is going to buy today. Neither is it going to sell. None of us know that. But through analysis, you're going to know that. But something you can know, what has been the direction of the market before now? Okay, so the cumulative direction between the different time frame will tell you what the market is doing. So I'd love to know, all right, the position or the direction of the market even before I engage. Okay, and not many tools can show you that, but one of the things that we saw, all right, one of the scanners does in this system is it can tell you the position and the direction of the market. So that helps your first decision to know what to do in the market. Yes, this thing you just see in my screen right now, this is a signal on gold, all right? It was called this morning. Yes, it's moving, but this is a signal. There's a difference between a signal, okay? A signal is like an insight into the market. A signal doesn't inspire your decision. or shouldn't be the only thing that inspires your decision. Because why? This could be a sell signal, and guess what? The market hits here and goes back. Okay. So is it a successful signal if it hits take profit? Is that all about a signal? No. That's why a lot of people fail. Because why? If I take a signal that doesn't align with a risk proportion, I'm just a gambler. Do you guys agree with me? Okay. Because if I have to see this signal right now, what will it take me to make money in this signal is dependent on two things. Okay. Number one is what is the risk I am giving? So, what is the risk of this signal? Is telling me, okay, this swing high. Okay, is the risk. How many pips is that if I enter the trade here? That is the first thing you consider. So, you have to consider that before you even get in on the trade. Not because there's a signal, right? Oh, there's take profit bottom. Oh, let me get in now. Hey, it will go. That's the mistake a lot of traders do. All right. And one of the things, if you come into my environment, I tend to guide you that your trade is decided by your risk, not your need. Am I making sense? So, yes, this is a signal, but I don't start here. I want to go into what I'll call direction. What is the direction of BTC USD right now? Hold on. Let me refresh this. So so I have what we call the DSS approach. Okay. DSS. I need everybody to type DSS on the chat. I feel like eating. I'm hungry, but I need to teach. Okay, good. Good. So what that means is I apply direction to the market. So we have a scanner that shows us direction. Okay. It's called the Sniper Pro. The only thing, now it does a lot of things, but the only thing I'm interested in knowing in this market or knowing with this tool, okay, is direction and the strength of a signal. This direction and position of a market. So a lot of people, there are two phases in the market. The expansion phase and the accumulation phase, okay, which is distribution and accumulation. Those are two phases. Is it that the market is distributing? When I say distributing, it's expanding, it's moving, it's trending, or the market is accumulating, it's consolidating. Okay. The strategy for both are different. The approach for both are different. Okay. There are people who are good at capitalizing on consolidation. Their strategy works on consolidation, but the best strategies happen, all right, when the market is moving. Consolidation is trap. So people who scalp or who play short term can trade within a console. It's very dangerous to trade within it because why? There are not much liquidity drive because the market is not expanding. So the next phase is expansion phase. These are when markets are breaking structure, creating new structure. It is expanding. So you have to know before you trade what phase the market is in. Hence, your strategy is not complete. Am I making sense? Okay. So, am I making sense? You guys let me know in chat. So this is a trading session, but more of an idea session into trading. Are you guys with me? So, one thing this kind of does is it helps you know, it's like an oracle. It helps you know if the market is trending or is consolidating. Now, why is it good for trading? So many of you may be good enough to know when the market is consolidating. You have to check the chart if it is ranging. It's very easy to spot. Okay. But what if you're not there at the stage you know when the market is consolidating or is expanding? Okay. These two just help you know. One, what is the state of the market? Is it bearish or bullish? So bearish means the market is selling. Okay. Bullish means the market is buying. Now, the market is buying doesn't mean it's buying now. Bullish doesn't mean it's buying now. Bearish doesn't mean it's buying now, it's selling now. Bullish means the state of the volume and the accumulation of the trend has been instigated by what? The buy volume. So the market is bullish. What does it mean to be bullish? The market has created bullish structure. Okay. It means the market has done something like this over time. Okay. It has moved, it has moved something like this over time. Okay, it's created low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So all of this is what? A bullish structure. See that buy volume. So the market lets you know. Okay. Now that doesn't mean the market is buying. Okay, the market could be a bullish market, but it could be reversing, it could be selling. Okay, so this is a bullish and the reverse is a bearish. Now that tells you what? The structure of the market, bearish. So right about now is bearish, which is the opposite of this. Now, this other layer is It will let you know if the market is trending. Trending means it is bullish and it is expanding towards the buy side, or it is bearish or it is expanding towards the sell side. Does that make sense? So what that helps you know, when the market is bearish and trending, you should look for a sell. When the market is bullish and trending, you should look for a buy. But that's not all. Okay. This will also let you know, because there is a rule in trading that do not trade against the trend, because the trend is your friend until it bends. How do you know the market is going to bend? Okay. Or it is bending. Hence, we have something we call what? Pulling back. So this market lets you know that, oh, the market can be in a bearish state, but it is bending already. So pulling back means it's bending. So when it is bending, what do you look out for? You guys tell me on the chat if you guys get some knowledge right now. Okay, let me know in the chat. Do not trade against the trend, all right, until it bends. So when it is bending, what are you looking out for? The market is bearish. So this is bearish. It means you're looking out for a buy when it is bending. So that tells you a position or scope of what you should be looking out for as a trader when you come into that particular pair. Okay, so right now the market is bearish and trending. Okay, so that gives me direction of US 30. So you can use the scanner to scan any currency from Forex to commodities to crypto. So right now, let me just stay on. Let me look at gold. Okay, I love gold. So it helped me know what's happening on gold. So gold is bullish, trending, and very strong. It means gold is buying and the buy state is very strong. So signal, this lower part of it tells you what is the strength of the signal on gold. If you see it neutral, it means you are about to start it. It's about to start. You can actually kickstart with a good setup. Strong means it has kicked in the buy volume. Okay. Very strong means it is powerful. The volume sentiment on it is powerful. That means you can go find a good trade and join a good trade if you have a signal. Okay. Now, when it's on weak and neutral, it means it is it has a low volume, or the market may be bullish but it's slightly selling. So the signal for the bullish is weak. Okay, and very weak is no go. So when I see a bullish trending and weak and very weak, I don't trade. It means irrespective of if there is a signal, it's not good. The market doesn't have the volume to trade it. Okay, and this is one of the things that is very, very important. Before I move on, is volume controls the market. Volume. I need you guys to put volume on the chat. Okay, a lot of traders don't know that. Sorry, let me see something right now. The most important skill in trading is not to understand support resistance or this technical structure, is to understand liquidity. Liquidity drive. Where is it coming from? Where is it going to? Okay. What is the state of liquidity today? So if the market wakes up every day, it chases liquidity. So your ability to begin to spot where liquidity lies in the market is the best skill of trading, not the skill of strategy of support resistance, no, liquidity. So I've done some certain things in training that helps people identify liquidity. I may not be able to do it on this session, okay? But I can get you to trainings that I've done it to be able to spot liquidity. If the market opens today on GBP, USD, or on gold, or it's not about what's driving the market right now. Is the people who trade and control liquidity, they are money grabbers. So whilst we are all coming into the market this day to find our daily bread, some people create what will make us chase the cheese. And they have the potential to take that bread from you. So for every position you are entering, someone knows how to buy that position or sell that position. And one of the things you want to do is move when they have moved. That's the best thing. Their movement will show you liquidity. And another thing is you could anticipate where they would move to when you see where there is the most investment in the market. I'll just show you that quickly. Then I continue my chatting session. Am I making sense? Are you guys enjoying this? What are you guys seeing my screen? So if you see a currency like gold, okay, right now. Excuse me, let me reload this. Are you guys seeing gold on my screen? Are you guys single? Let me know in chat. I have so many things. Are you guys single? Is that what I'm sharing? Okay, I'm gonna buy it on good anyway. But let's just check it from the perspective. If you guys see gold from 1 hour perspective, okay, so this is high and this is low. Okay, where do you guys think there is the most volume in this market? This is a high and this is the present low. Okay, now I'll tell you this. This was a present liquidity low and this was a present liquidity high. This state controls what's happening, what happened here. So where the market is right now, okay, so there was liquidity. This liquidity drove the market all the way to this edge. Okay, now when the market took that liquidity out or grabbed that liquidity, came back, took it away. Now it came back to this liquidity and took it away. So there is no more liquidity here right now. It has been grabbed. Okay, which means the market that drove the present hanging liquidity lies first here. Okay, now another one lies here. So there are many liquidity that's lying in this layer right now. Okay, based on this present liquidity. If you look at this market right now, where is there the most volume in gold? Up or down? Looking at the perspective of intraday, okay, up or down, you find out that there is liquidity. There's liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here, and liquidity all the way here that has driven the market down. If these people who are looking at the scale of, because the next low side liquidity is here, yes, it has the capacity to come here. It also has the capacity to come here. It has the capacity to come here, which are more low side liquidity. But based on the present trend, where do you think the market is pushing to if it decides to go up? There's liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. So the sense in anticipation is there is more liquidity on the upside in this present bullish market than on the downside. So what you do is you position yourself. That's what we call positioning. So your scope of trading will be, okay, let's see how we drive liquidity. Let's see if the market is going to drive liquidity upside, okay, and I will follow that liquidity. And these two could actually help you understand. So the market is bullish on gold. It is trending, which means we could begin to scale up to look for the liquidity on the upside because there's a lot of it. Okay, so what's the next thing I need to do now that I know the direction for gold is bullish? Is I can go, we have something. Market is driven by sentiment. Mostly as a day trader and a scalper, you have to understand the sentiment of the day, okay? Because you trade more on the volume that is happening right now. We have a tool that allows you to understand sentiment, which is, so I've given you direction. The next thing is sentiment. So I want to look at gold right now. What is the present sentiment on gold in between different time frames? Okay, I could come here right now and scan for gold. And it will tell me what is the present heat on gold on sentiment. So right now we have good volume on gold. Gold is in a bullish direction, but I want to be able to see it in between time frame. Is bullish, is bearish on 1 minute. It means presently there is a sell on 1 minute, but its overall scale is 5 minutes bullish up, up. 4 hour is bearish. Okay. Now, what I need sentiment to align with me is I want sentiment to be 15, 30, 1 hour bullish. Okay, minutes or bullish to at least 30 minutes or 4 hours. If it is if all four and all three are bullish, it means the present volume is actively bullish. I can get in on gold. That's sentiment settled. If it is not, you want to at least make it 7. So right now it's in between. Okay, so this is telling you, oh, the trade is bullish, the trade is trending, but there are sell activity. Okay, so you have to be a little bit patient. So this heat helps you understand patient or trade carefully. For those of you who want to be careful, does that make sense? Okay, and the last thing is signal. Okay, there may be a bullish trade. There may be, because what I'm doing right now, I'm scanning the position of the trade before I even find the signal. But the question is there a signal in gold? Okay, where am I going to enter? Okay, so this trend wave scanner gives us the signal. I'm always working from the perspective of 15 minutes when I'm trading my strategy, my London strategy. So I'll go on commodity, and this can give you trade on different dimension gold. So earlier there was, I think yesterday there was a trade on gold, okay, that we bought. All right. This was yesterday's trade. Okay, it already moved. But right now you can see the market is selling. That's why it's those simple sell you're seeing. But there was a signal. So the moment you see a signal and every other thing aligns, what you do is you shoot. Okay. There's a last component for my shoot. I don't know if I'll be able to go into the details of that. Okay, but I could tell you guys. Okay, there's something I do every morning. The moment I get my direction, sentiment, and signal settled. So this is why we are on gold. Okay, this is why we're on gold. Now, is the trade still good for a buy? I could use something to tell you. Okay, so let me go to just a moment. Let me see if you guys are not late. You can still get in on gold. We may scan other things, but I just wanted you guys to get a concept of how this makes your decision purer. Okay, in trading. Put 10 on the chat if you got this concept of the DSS so far. 10. All right. I'm going to give you guys. So let's go to gold. There's something I'm always looking out for every day in the market. Okay. I have a concept that is built on data. When the market opens every day in the London session, it has a psychology of movement to chase two sides of liquidity, either the bearish side liquidity or the bullish side liquidity of the previous day. That's the closest chase it does. Okay. When the market opens every day, it chases the previous liquidity of the next day. Now, I don't know which side is going to chase, but if I'm going to go for any side based on the direction of the market, so right now, the market is telling me bullish. If I have to go for the bullish, there's a signature the market always tends to do. Out of the Asian session, the market tends to consolidate. How many of you noted that? Because there's low volume. Those are accumulation period. But London and New York session tends to expand. But out of it, every expansion, there may be manipulation. You and I don't know. So one of the things I do is I love to track the first candle of the London session, and that becomes my decision maker. Okay. If the direction is bullish, the sentiment is bullish, okay, and the signal is a bullish signal, what I want to do is I want to wait for the market to break above the first candle of the London decision. That way, I could chase the next side liquidity, okay, or the buy side liquidity of the previous day. In this case, okay, I think after this, the next buy side was, well, okay, I'm on this right now. I think the next buy side was, now this is another thing. I don't know if I'll be able to go through this today. This is the previous daily liquidity, okay. After this was this. Now, this also helps my projection of trade. This is what a lot of people don't do. If I am swinging, this is a good trade, okay? But at the end of the day, this is the sell side liquidity, okay? This is the sell side liquidity. Now, I want you guys to ask yourself one bold question, okay? These are my three things I look at in trading. Yes, to approach the trade for intraday, I look at direction, okay? I look at sentiment and I look at signal. That is for strategy. But in trading, from the mindset perspective, okay, in trading generally, there are three things that are very, very important: position, strategy, and risk. So first, you understand the position of the market. Is the market on premium or is on discount? If it's on discount, I look for a buy. If it's on premium, I look out for a sell. Okay, so then strategy, I just gave you guys strategy, DSS approach. Now, another thing is risk, and there are two parts to risk. What am I risking for the market? And is the market worthy of my risk? What am I risking? What are you going to risk for your trade today, depending on your equity? Okay, so your trade is going to tell you, okay, what lot size to use. That is a risk routine. But another thing is, what is the potential of that trade I'm going to get in today? Is it worthy of my risk? Okay, based on my strategy. Now, I'll give you guys a little context. I know this is, I didn't plan to do this, but I just wanted you guys, since I added mastery, I wanted you guys to have an idea. Before you take a trade, map out your risk. So in this trade right now, we have two-side liquidity, daily liquidity, high. The market is going to either come take this high or take this low. Perspectively, I need you guys to type me on the chat right now. Where is there on a daily scale the most liquidity? Type it on the chat. If the market makes a decision to take liquidity, okay, which side do you think has more most potential? for you based on what I just showed you. Okay. Now, this may not affect your decision as a beginner, but I need you to begin to you will be when you begin to track trade. A lot of traders don't learn. They don't like to learn from data. Okay, they love to guide their emotions from results. Okay, which is a big mistake. If they're making money, they think they're having good results. If they are losing, they're thinking they have the bad result. No. If you are losing money, you are having opportunity to learn. That's good result. Okay, but the thing is, you are not using you're not using the data. Okay, you are depending on result. That's why a lot of traders fail. Now, if I have to be very perspective and as an investor today, and I come into the market, okay, despite the signal is calling me for a buy, I'd rather invest in a sell. Because why? Every day the market wakes up to chase two-side liquidity, either the daily or the bearish. Now, if it goes chase this one, I only have, if the market breaks above this right now, let's say it breaks and it closes above this, I can get in on the signal for this, all right? Which is a good one. Everything is ready right now. Signal is all ready. It's a good one, right? It's a good one. The moment it breaks up, it's a good one. Okay. But the potential to the next side liquidity, the market always are reformed by daily high or daily low. It means if it hits this daily, so you guys know that this is the daily high. Okay. Let me be sure. Why is this candle naked? Let me take what's I'm trying to see the week. I'm not even seeing. Hold on. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's the day previous day high. It's a naked candle, very poor candle. The candle is a prostitute. All right, it's naked. So after that, this is the next high. After that, this is the next high. So now, and what does it mean in trading? Now, a lot of traders don't put this into consideration. You don't just pick a buy close to a daily resistance. It's like you're trusting in faith. It's either you are an investor, logical, or you are someone who's gambling. And this is not a good investment for me, despite the fact that I have a signal on it. So you see a perspective I'm bringing in trading. How many of you can understand a perspective I'm bringing into trading? Okay, that you never consider. Many traders don't consider this. They only look for signals. Okay, I look for investment every day because why? I'm an investor as a trader. So the potential now, can the market go above this? Out of daily perspective, yes, gold is on a constant bullish state. But if I am investing right now, what are the resistance to my invest? They are too close. So this is a resistance, this is a resistance. Even if the market, I decide to ignore this and say, okay, let it push to the next day. What am I risking for it? If I have to buy a trade here, if I have to buy a market here, the next swing low, the swing low before that should be my risk. This should be my risk. Now, you guys talk to me on the chat. If you're a good investor, is this good risk to reward? You guys are not talking to me. You're just watching me. I'll stop right now. So between the good trade, there is a good trade, and good investment setup, which would you go for? This is what a lot of traders don't put into consideration. They're just looking for results. Trust me, many people, there are students now who have these scanners. They see this good trade and the box in. Now I'm on gold. I'm not on gold for this morning setup. I am on gold, okay, for this setup. The moment I told them yesterday when I said the moment the market breaks, so this was a good setup. That I'm on gold because of a swing setup, okay, and I'm willing to put in this risk. I think this wasn't even my risk. I think my risk was here. I'm willing to put this for a long-term move, not 1 day, not 2 days, not 3 days, okay. And I think I've been on this trade. We've been on this trade for I don't know if we've been on this trade for like since Monday, right? Yeah. Because the entry is not even here. This is another confirmation. There's another confirmation. The entry was actually when the market, hold on. Okay, no, this was the one for yesterday. So I'll tell you this. these are part of the things that I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to say for trading to understand portfolio management. Okay. Your trading curve routine. The market has different opportunity every day. Okay, it's a sell I gave on Monday. Yeah, I remember. So I'm on a sell on gold. I'm on a buy on gold. Different perspective, different trading account, different expectation. What am I doing? For every strategy that I learn, okay, I install the data on the strategy. Where is the position of the market right now? The market is positioned is on discount from a certain time frame. 4 hour wise is on discount. So I could look for a buy. That's why I'm on a trade and a buy. But overall, from if you look at from the daily, monthly, and weekly, the market is on premium. Okay, so we got a position to enter couple of days on Monday, and I entered a premium. That's higher swing compared to this intraday buy. So, and the account has different data. Every strategy should be dated over a period of 100 trades to see a result. If it does not work, you dish it. Many traders make the mistake of, if the strategy is good, then I should invest in it. Poor trading decision. Okay. Every strategy is good depending on who's trading it or how you're trading it. Okay. So when I am trading a concept for intraday and it's always conflicting with my swing, I don't trade it in one account. What I do is, okay, this strategy is good. Let me see the result over a period of 100 trades. This one is good. Let me see the result over a period of 100 trades. If I find out that this one works, okay, over 70%, I always like my strategy to pass 70%. Okay, I retain it. If this one works less than 50% or is at 50, 60, I'll discard it. But if it works 70%, okay, do you know I can be on a trade on gold and I will hit 3 take profit on the same on sell, and I'll hit 3 take profit on a buy, and I'm still on my sell. It will come back. You don't use your result to judge your outcome. Bad trading habit leads to bad trading. So that's what I do. I don't have an emotion to win or lose. I just have an emotion guided towards data. So I'm on a sell. So because some of you are going to ask, if you're in a sell, why are you in a buy? Because why? I don't have any, I'm trading data based on an approach. Does this make sense? So I can tell you why I'm buying and what is my risk. It's all about the risk. Okay. So this was the entry. Okay. The moment the market broke this structure, I always have a thing. Okay. When market breaks two structures, okay, and changes character, I kind of have a thing for entry in an intraday method. Okay. So the moment the market took this away, there was a break of structure here, there's a break of structure here. Okay. And it came back into that structure. Boy, you see this? That's an entry. That's why I got in. Okay. It's called market structure sheet. There's a slight market structure sheet over the 4 hour time, 3 hour, 1 hour to 4 hour time frame. That's why I got in on this trade. And I kind of have a concept for gold. On Fridays, it tends to buy. So that's a strategy on its own. And I always like to play in that strategy when it fulfills it. If it doesn't, I don't care. Okay. That's why I'm gonna buy on gold. Not this. Not this one. Are you guys with me? Where am I? Good. So we may have this. Where is the trade? Good. We have this trade for a buy right now. So what I do when I trade this strategy is I also like to infuse risk to reward. See, this market breaks above right now. Scanner wise, it's a good buy. Okay, it's a good buy. But if I am loading it based on my full concept of risk before entry, okay, what I do is, even if this is ready, I would use a very low risk because I'm not even, it's not too good for my risk. If I have to enter, you know, that feeling of I need to trade today. Okay, I won't trade it for an expectation. In fact, I would trade it against I will just enter just to data it that, okay, the risk is not good, but let me just enter. So I will circle it and write it. This is one of those trades that the risk did not align with the strategy, just to experience it. Not because I want to win it, because the investment wise, this is not good investment. Because I'll be committing this risk. It means if I'm risking $100, I'm only going to be making 30 of $60. Is that good return on investment? No. But if this market during the course of today, okay, breaks this low, and I check direction switches to what? Trend. I will check direction and it switches to what? Pulling back. It means that's a sell. Okay, beautiful. That the next thing I change to sentiment. Sentiment is switching back to what? Oh, gold is bearish. I will just wait. Let everything Let everything, can you guys see what's happening right now? It is all bullish, but something is happening. Whenever you see volume changes when it is trending, it means it's about to bend. A probability. Okay. I'll just be careful. So that is another thing that can inspire your decision. This is a good trade for a buy, but you can make a decision to, okay, I'd rather follow a sell. So if it doesn't sell today, I'm not getting in. Okay. That's a decision that every trader should have. What direction or what position do you want to go for in the market every day? And you await your trade to align with that direction. If you always do that, you're going to find out that for every trade that comes to you, the numbers you're going to find, if you have a good structure or trading system, it's going to be way over 75% win rate. You may not see trade every day, but if you could be a disciplined person to follow that, it's going to be a win. Does this make sense? So now that I gave you guys the concept. So gold, we have a buy. All right. So if it's just signal, that's why many people, oh, we have a guy, let's get in. Okay. So the moment this market closes above, that's a signal. We buy gold. Okay. That it means it is ready for even those of you that have not taken gold, it is ready. So if you want to go for it, just wait for this candle to close. In the next 9 minutes, this candle is going to close. It means that sniped above. You can get in on gold and you can target either this high or this high. But just know that the risk is going to be what? Always place your risk above the swing low of the market, either on a 1 hour or for our best, but 15 minutes is a swing low. Okay, that will be your risk. Does this make sense? Put sense on the chat. Does it make sense? That is how you use our scanners to get signals. But signals does not tell you risk management or trading psychology. Okay, it doesn't have that sense. You do. So I'm just giving you guys a sense. But if not, except you just want to say, through this signal, I want to swing. But that's not why you should swing. You just hope that's not. If I want to swing, I want to see potential from a 4 hour and 1 hour perspective. That's not what we did here. But this could happen. Okay. So you could follow. And guess what? Trend wave is actually to that spot. So every exit here is actually a potential area. So, but what I do is I like to see beyond what a signal will give to me, and that's why I'm trying to explain these things to you. So let's scan something else. So that's good. Okay. So Kenry, if this was a normal trading session, when are you going to likely get the trade? If we're just looking at signal, okay. If this candle closes above this present 15 minutes, I'm going to get in on the trade. Okay. So I can just put an alarm or check back in the next 8 minutes. If it closes above, that's a signal. Okay. It means the market has sniped above. Go. All right. You guys remind me that I'm going to show you guys a statistic before the end of this session. If I say I want to go, just remind me that Cambridge, you said you were going to show us a statistic so that you guys can understand what I'm saying right now. Okay. Now let's scan for something else. Okay. Many of you like Forex. So let's scan for currency like Euro, USD. What's it saying right now? Euro USD is bullish. Oh, sorry, I'm on a 4. I was on a 5 minutes here, guys. Let's do 15 minutes. I'm always trading from a 15 minutes perspective. It's consolidating. It means I'm not doing anything. Okay. Consolidating means I don't trade. I only trade when the market is trending. So it's expanding. So trending is expanding, pulling back is expanding. But if it's not doing anything, it's trapped. Okay. I don't even look at it. Okay. So let's look at GBP USD. You guys can give me a currency to look at anyway. I think I saw GBP JPY. Something was happening in GBP JPY. Okay. It is bearish pulling back. That's it's buying, but it's weak. All right. So let's look for something else. I've not checked indices. US30, what are you saying earlier? So US30 is consolidating. Come on. S&P 500. So you guys can see how powerful. You don't guesswork. You don't just go analyze the market because you're trying to look for a trade. You should even know in the first place if you should be looking at that market. So the market is bearish, is strong. S&P 500 is bearish, is pulling back, and is strong. What does it mean? This is selling. This is buying. It means it's reversing, and you can look for a buy trade. So now let's look at sentiment. Okay, on S&P 500. Sentiment, what are you saying? Let's see. Let's see if the pullback has given. Oh, sorry, I looked at this is trend wave. I'm supposed to look at sentiment first. So, what was the direction? Bearish pulling back. That's a buy, right? So, sentiment should give me what? Up, 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 up. It has low volume. It means sentiment is not ready. Okay. All I need to do is wait. Wait. Okay, if this changes to blue, it means the sentiment has kicked in. The next thing I'll do is I'll go find what a trade on the scanner. So presently, right now, okay, this guy has a trade. It has an insight. Okay, now 15 minutes, it doesn't. 15 minutes, it doesn't. All right. It moves. It had a sell earlier, it has moved. So right now, okay, it doesn't have a trade on the 15-minute timeline, but it does have a trade on the 5 minute. I think I saw a trade just now. Okay, it does have a trade on the 5 minutes. See, fam, it has a trade for the buy, which means this market may be getting ready to buy. Now, my scale of look is 15 minutes, but on the 5 minutes is ready for buy. What that means is, okay, and my sentiment is not good, so I would allow the buy walk out. Okay, so the moment the market breaks the structure, sentiment is going to be better. Okay, the moment the market breaks the structure, that's a good thing that is pulling up. And what you begin to see is this will begin to change. Sentiment is going to begin to change. All right, you see all this storm blue. That is when, okay, if you stay here enough over the moment the market takes this, the moment the market takes, you're going to find out that it's going to spot a trade on 15 minutes. Okay, and that is when you're going to start, okay, everything aligns, okay, and you just look at the last thing, everybody say the last thing, S&P 500, what's your state today? What was the first candle of today? This is the first candle for today. Now, if I seen a sell sentiment and a sell direction, okay, if this is bearish, which means ultimately the market is what? It's on a sell trend. But this is pulling back. It means it's buying in a sell trend. It means it's pulling back. And I have to be looking for a buy. If this was trending and this is strong, Kendry, this has sniped. This is the first candle of the day and it has sniped below. This is a good sell trade. Okay. But the direction is pulling back. This is telling me the direction is pulling back. So this is a bullish move. That's why it's saying pulling back. So I should be looking for a buy. Where am I going to start looking for a buy? When can I enter a buy? When it has closed above the first candle of the day. The first candle determines the entry. So what does that mean? What is the structure? If the moment closes above this area, the Asian high, that's a good trade. And by the time it comes and closes above this area, okay, guess what would have happened to the sentiment? Can you guys see it's all changing? Many traders just assume things will happen. There are things for you to know things will happen. You don't just assume, just wait for them to show you. Okay, it's just like you're putting fuel on your car. You can't just say, "Oh, I've been pumping since the tank should have been full." There is a meter for you to know how full your car is. True or true? Just trust in these systems to help your decision move from emotions and anticipation to logic. The best successful traders are those that trade logically. Okay, and can you see it's changing right now? Are you guys with me? Put 5 on the chat. Though it's low volume, okay. By the time it all switches, you're gonna just wait. But what are you waiting for? Scanners will tell you. It makes the work easy. Okay. So what I'm just waiting for right now, you can see it's changing to neutral. What it means is it getting back into position, okay, for you to not get a good setup. Amen. So it's pulling back. This is a good thing. It's buying. It's coming into my direction. All right. And all you just need to do is wait. Should I allow you guys to ask questions now? Or let's count something else. Let's count something else. Diamantette is something that moves like a goat. Indices, oh boy. Indices are a blessing, fam. If you're not trading indices, please start it. Oh goodness. Indices are blessings. I never knew. Okay, so there is a trade on the 15 minutes for a buy on Diamantette, a signal, okay, for a buy. Now let's check Diamantette. What's your direction? What's your direction? Okay. Bearish consolidating error. It's not there yet. What I found out is for every trader that comes to me and tell me you're in trading for 2 years or 1 year and you do not have a track record of growth, what you've been doing over the last 2 years is tied to something. You're just trading. You're not documenting success. Your trading result will not come from the ability of your strategy or your knowledge of trading. Your trading result comes from your approach to trading and how documented you are. Every buy and sell you have done over the last 6 months, can you go back and say, what did you learn out of it? If anybody comes to me and they tell me, I've not really found a good strategy to trade, I've not really been making money in trading, I will ask them, what have you been doing over the last 6 months? If you show me, will I be able to see your strategy in it? Will I be able to see your risk approach in it? If you're here right now, you've been a trader. If I see your trading history, will I be able to see what you have been doing over the last 6 months, over the last 1 year? If I cannot see it, you cannot have it. What a lot of traders do is just take trades and get results. No, plan your trades, trade your plan. You will get your result. That's what a lot of traders don't do. They think I have to take trades every day. So when they come into the market, they find trades. No, I don't find trades. When I come into the market, I already have a plan of trading. So what I just, can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just scanning, okay? Based on my trading plan, my trading style, my trading approach, I'm just scanning to what fits that narrative. And if it checks out, I trade it following the risk plan. So if you come and I show you my gold account, you will see a perspective, same risk, okay, same approach. I don't have to write it down. You see it. You will see that if you see my stop loss and you see my take profit, okay, you will know it is either 1-to-1 or 1 to the day. See, that fulfillment, you need to have it in your first year. If you don't have it, to regain you back to balance may take 3 years. Just trading on the appetite that I need to trade is a dangerous thing. Okay, gold is still pulling up, all right? So what you need to do, my advice, just a free advice for 2025 for you. As you go into 2026, don't just trade. Begin to have what's a trading strategy? Is it something that works or something that has worked that you want to work? You guys answer me on the chat. What do you think a trading strategy is? What is the foundation of a trading strategy? I need you guys I need to get to hear from you. Is it something that works or something that has worked that you want to work out? What would you need in a trading strategy? Is it something that works or something that has worked that you want to work? You guys are not answering. It's either you're confused or you're ashamed. You have an opportunity to learn things people will never tell you. I'm doing it right now. You guys are quiet. You know why it is hard for you to answer the question? You know the truth, but the part that you have to work it, a part of you don't want to accept it. I promise you, if you are hesitating, because that's the truth you don't want to accept, okay? No trading strategy works. Every trading strategy works depending on who works it. Did you guys get what I just said? A lot of people they created a meta consciousness that it's all about trading strategy. No, it's all about a trading system. Every trading strategy works. Okay, no trading strategy works on its own. Every trading strategy works depending on who's working it. So the best component in a trading strategy is not how it works, is who is working it, who worked it. So it depends on you working it. If you just say the trading strategy should work, if that's what you're looking out for, go ask the history. Many of you trade, you do not really do data analysis on the history on trading over the last 50 years. Those who participated, how they trade. You guys you're not privy to the information. You're not even interested. If you know many of you are going to quit trading, you will not do trading. Okay? You won't do trading. Traders with the best trading strategy with a bad risk. So I'll tell you this. Many traders, out of 70% of the traders in the world, they trade outside of a trading system. 70%. What does that mean? These are traders who come in, they learn a strategy, they get into systems, they just learn a strategy based on hype, okay, on how good the strategy. They learn the strategy, they start trading and investing in that strategy, okay, and guess what? They look out for results. Over 70% of traders do this. Okay. And guess what the result is? Only less than 2% gamble out into success. Less than 2%. Why? Is it that it's not working? It's working, but those 2% gambled in because of who they are associated with. They learned from their mistake and they made it right. But it's not the strategy that works your success. My family, if you guys want to hear the truth, that's it. I've been in 7 years. Do you know that every strategy that I've traded since my 3 months in trading, every strategy, none of them is less than 75%. From the BYOB, that see, none of them, both in binary, none of them is less than 75%. But guess what? I didn't start making a lot of money, okay, that I could say I have success in trading until my 2nd year. You know, many of you are not willing to hear the stories of success. You just want to hear what social media tells you on how people got their success, start making a lot of huge money, but you don't want to know the stories behind. And guess what? These people are not bold enough to tell you what those processes were before they became the person that attract the result that is getting you in right now to make the biggest mistake of your life and waste time. Okay, because why? If I give you a hype, you will come in through a hype. But if I show you a process, you will make a decision that am I ready for it or not? What I'm doing right now is I'm telling you a process to trading. It is the most undignified, acceptable way of learning, but it's the best way. Show people the process. They will make decisions and do right by themselves. That's what I do. I give you a template to trade. I just gave you guys a template to trade. Not that you need to buy into my system, but if you have to make the decision to trade, take this template and install it into anything. It will work for you. It means you are the thing you want to do in your first 6 months in trading is trade into logic away from emotions. What are your present emotions? I can tell you guys right now that you are more emotionally based than logic. Okay, and you guys don't learn how to trade from emotions. How much do you want to make? You know, a lot of people come into trading and within their first 3 months, they already have goals of trading result. Be honest with me. If you are a trader, do you have that? And is it a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. But the question is, what is the basis behind your goals? Why do you think you are qualified to have a 2% growth in a week? Why do you think so? What is the basis of your having a 2% goal for a week or a day? It's as bad as some people having it for a day. Okay, I'll ask you the question. Have you tested that over a 50 period of trading, you successfully done 2% and now you can invest in it? Have you done so before you got that goal, written that and now I've funded a $500 account, I want to start making 2%? Did you do that? If you didn't do that, what does that mean? You just set a gamble train for yourself. You are emotionally connected to getting that result because the result was not based on logic. It was based on emotions, what you want, what you would love to have, and you invested in it. What are you doing? You're going down the drain. Are you guys with me? Are you guys ready to hear the truth? So when you're learning these things, okay, it's an investment. Trading is a procession. It's a profession, but I call it procession. It's something you move through the process. Just because it is simple doesn't mean you can deal with it the way you like. But there is so much money and fulfillment as a trader if you can only go through the process. So much beauty. I love it. That's why I teach it. Okay, so much beauty if you can go through the process. So the psychological part, which entails the mindset. You are a product of your mindset, not your skill set. So you could have the best skill set and still be poor. The history shows that. Can I tell you one truth? The people who make a lot of money in trading, they are not as nearly close to those who fail in trading that has the skill set. I believe some of you would have been close to some of these successful traders and you see how they trade. Something about you tell them they don't know. These guys, they don't know how to trade. And something tells you they're just gambling. How many of you've gone through? How many of you felt that way? I believe you guys have been privy to see all these mentors or so. You see the way they trade and something in you just try that. They don't really even know how to trade. You tell yourself that you kind of suggest that to yourself because you just see that what they are doing is you know how to do it, but go and make their money. You can't. You can't even get there. I'll tell you this truth. I'm about to tell you. If you have a good trading system, good mindset, you can have the poorest of skill set and you will make a lot of money. Trading is an investing. It's more decision than skill. Whether you like to hear it, don't waste money on the skill. Invest in systems. Invest in trading systems. Invest in getting enough of trading experience through psychology. Invest less in a skill. The less of the skill you have, the more of the opportunity. Because guess what? When you accumulate too much of the skill is an energy. It self-imposes you like a control. There is a consequence for more knowledge. Everything you know comes with a consequence because everything you know seeks expression. So the more you delve into knowledge, it seeks expression. You see yourself practicing. If you check what you practiced last year, it's different from what you practiced this year. For every knowledge you learn, you want to go into it, you want to express. So guess what? Knowledge drives, the skill set drives you into distraction. But systems drives you into logic. So what I need is a strategy. See, except you don't want to know the truth. What you need is an approach. Let the knowledge come from your data-ing approach. What would you love? The knowledge that you need to reinforce that strategy, that is what you begin to seek. You don't need to know everything. Some of you want to learn CMC, you want to learn this, what do you want to use it for? The more you know all those things, the more you have conflict of decision. Your result is by decision. That's why someone will come here and will just say, he didn't analyze it, buy gold. That's decision. Splint instinct, say buy gold. And they bought gold, say leave gold. And they left gold. And you ask yourself, what strategy did they use? Well, no strategy, nothing. And they just made money and they're out. Decision. The less they've done it over a period of time, their instinct, they know the numbers gold is going to buy. Have you traded with such people? At some point, I begin to, what kind of gamble is this? Then I realized and I agree that it's not gambling, it's decision. They've done it over and over and over again. It looks like a gamble in your eye. But what they do is they know when to make a decision and they don't have conflicting interests. Now you're looking for a buy and in knowledge, your CMC, there's a break of structure. There's a sell here. But you're looking for a buy. But based on what you know, you're looking now, there's a sell here. And you're between decisions. How many of you you've gone through that? Something is telling you to buy, something is telling you to sell. Now you're, what should I do? What should I do? Should I buy? Okay, let me buy small first. Then when it does this, I'll come and sell. You are conflicted, not because you don't know how to trade. You're conflicted because why? You have knowledge of trading that was never processed. So you do not know how to design use. So if you don't know how to design use, first learn designing use systems. Okay. Then you infuse knowledge that is needed for the system. Then later, when you want to dive, just for other, I have swing systems. I have intraday system. One thing I don't like to do is scalping. So I don't have a scalping system. Okay. I have swing system intraday, then position. Okay. There are two types of swing. Okay. There is intraday swing that gets you into the week. Then there is position swing that gets you into the month. I'm learning to position. There's a system for that. That's why I told you that I'm in a sell on gold, okay, which I don't normally do, but I'm testing out something. But overall, I have a system on how to swing gold for a buy. And all I just need is alignment. I have the system, it just aligns to buy. And I don't buy because I want to win the trade. I buy because of something. And this is a question I would ask you. If you know that out of every 20 trades, you will win 14, which is 70%. If you find the trade, would you second guess yourself? If you come into trading, what would you be looking for? Is it a trade to win, or is the market to trade? That's a question for all of you. I love to ask this question right now. It just changes perspective. Trading is perspective. If you know that out of 20 trades, out of every 20 trades you take, you win 14. When you come into the market in the morning, what would you be looking out for? Is it a trade to win or a market to trade? That gives you that the most important thing in trading is system. Have a system that shows the number. So the moment you master the number, you don't care about the trade if it's going to win or not. You just know that if I get 20 trades, I'm going to win 14. That's why systems are powerful. Okay? Systems are powerful. So when I teach people right now, what I'm teaching them, I used to teach trading, but right now I teach systems. Okay? If I go on a journey with you, is okay, where are you going to? If you don't know, we cast a journey together and we'll create a system for that journey. But the first part is you have to learn what it takes to take that system. And we have to start documenting it over your next 3-6 months so that this number can show up. That out of every 20 you take from, so it's not just about knowing things to trade. It's not about getting into a system. This strategy tells you. No, I'm going to tell you how I'll guide you. Take 20 trades, take 50 trades, get to 100, number will show up. Duplicate it again. If it shows up, you have a system. Now you can just stay on that system, documenting your trade, looking for that trade. Every day you come in, you use the system to get the trade. Now, when I say system, I'm not talking just scanners. No, a system is a program that builds your mindset, position, strategy, and risk. All right? That is how to master the market. Trading is beautiful if you have a system. Okay? And when you have a system and it's not working accordingly, you know how to. Okay, so I've been trading a system, the London Breakout Sniper. Okay, and I've been tuning it. What I'm doing is I'm perfecting the edges. So if something is wrong, so a couple of 3 weeks, okay, something happened on indices. My win rate on indices was close to about 85%. I used that to grow over 6 accounts, passing different layers of evaluation. Okay, because I tested it on the system. Now I realized that over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, okay, it has been erupting. It's been losing. Okay. Guess what I did? I didn't change anything. I just went back to history to understand this same season, what happened in the market. And I realized from September into October, the last quarter, market affect the US indices futures pair during that timeline. Did I make a mistake? No. I learned. So what do I do? So I knew what to do in this period. Many of you are taking trading as a gamble return. Trading is not a gamble. It's a strong procession. And guess what? The market is realigning. But what people will do is, it's not working again. This was working before. Imagine if someone came into my system and I taught them that system during that timeline, they're using it and they will make decisions. Oh, this is not working. Can we say this is not working? You guys jump after strategy, after strategy, after strategy. Okay. Any question for me? Okay. Any question? So that's our scanner. I said I was going to show you guys. So that's the scanner that I use. What's happening here right now? Well, what's that? Oh boy, something just happened. It's changed already. So German 30 just changed, which means let's see the sentiment again. Okay, this is German 30. I think we're gonna have a trade on German 30. Okay, sentiment 5 minutes is just remaining. Everything is now good on the sentiment. So German 30. I could tell you right now. What's this? What happened good? So what does this mean on German 30? It is switched to what? The sell. We have a sell. Is it on 15 minutes? This sell we just have is on 15 minutes. This is on 15. So this is a good sell. It's just about the entry. It has sniped. It's strong. It has sniped. Okay. And the sentiment is almost there. Just 5 minutes. So though it's on low volume, whenever it's on low volume, it's a little bit, but this you could go. It's either you could wait for what? This to just change to red, okay? Or you could just take your chances on this trade. So this is what I can tell you, okay? Market has sniped, which is good to go. It has, now the last thing is, what is the risk for this trade? If I'm taking the market, this is the structure. The structure before this is this. It means I have to put my risk here. This is a swing low, not this. This is equal. So if I'm taking this trade for a sell, here, as a market execution, I have to put my risk above the swing high. And it means my target has to be 1-to-1. So now I'll check what is the daily low. Let's check. The previous day low is here. It's a consolidating. It's a consolidating. Let's see. Is it rewarding? Is it up to 1-to-1? Yeah. It's not up to 1-to-1. So if you want to risk it, that's fine. This is a sell on US30. It's not up to 1-to-1. So I tend to hesitate, I tend to hesitate when it's not up to 1-to-1. But after that low is this. So the direction is equilibrium. So you can actually take the risk. Okay. So you use a low risk. If you want to take this trade, you can actually target this low. Okay, it's good. Or what you just do is, Kendry, if this market breaks above this, it's going to be going for the buy. So I don't want to give it much. You could just reduce this and go for this. That's 1-to-1. I love to always take trades that are 1-to-1 from my daily. So the daily is here. So this is 1-to-1. It means I have to reduce my risk, but the best risk to actually use for this trade is here. So if you want to go for it, you can go for it and target this. Okay, that's 1-to-7. This is a good trade on German 30. Okay, let's see. Though the risk is a little bit for the daily, so I'm going to use a low risk on this trade. German 30. Wait, did I check S&P 500? So German 30 is a sell right now. Wait, I'm looking at S&P 500. Why am I? Sorry, guys. This is German 30. Why am I looking at S&P 500? Wait. Okay, fair. Let me go look at German 30. Oh. So German 30 opened today, snipe below. This guy has already gone some miles. Okay, after this is this. Okay, so this is the next day low. Let's see. It means market can drive all the way down here. German 30. Why you like this? So if you have to take a trade where it is right now, it's gone. No, this market is really gone. It's almost close to a floor. Why was I looking at S&P 500? If you have to take this would be the risk. And this would be the reward. It's a good trade. German 30 is a good trade, but the reward is small. I think I rather let me see S&P 500. But if you want to go for it, it means you don't want to consider the risk. You just want to get a trade. You can actually go for it. Okay, but use a light risk. But why not S&P 500? S&P 500 may have turned the tides. I just need one trade. See consolidating. S&P 500. Why you see consolidating US30? Still consolidating. It's only German 30 that has. So boy, German 30 is good now, but German 30 is good. It has a signal. Now the signal is even much. Now I tell you this type of signal. Okay, so you see this right now. This is what a lot of people don't consider. So all of this is a flaw. I don't like to sell a market close to a flaw. I'm very honest. So this is part of structure. Okay, this is part of structure. I'm giving it this risk. It has a good reward, but it's only fair if this market breaks this structure and closes. Then I can join the signal. Everything is good on it. But right about now, because of the daily target, okay, if I'm taking German 30, and the concept of my trading is, I'm always targeting the previous day low or the previous day high. This is the previous day low. If I'm taking a trade here right now, this is my reward. So it's not really convenient for me. Hence, in my system, it's not an appealing trade. It's not my perfect entry trade. Okay, but it's a good signal. So for those of you that are looking for signal, you can actually sell German 30 for this reward. Just do 1-to-1. That's outside of a system. Outside of a system, there's a possibility for 1-to-1. But I always love to trade into a system. Any questions so on fast? All right. Any questions? So that's how we use another scanner that is that is dangerous right now. So that's about our system. Okay. One of my students just told me about this one yesterday. It's a scanner as well. This one literally, okay, let's see. This is what am I on? AEDCHF. It tells you when the trade was called. So the trade was called here. Okay. This is the invalidation. And it will stay on this trade. It's not moving, it moves with it. All right. I've not really studied it, but we checked some result yesterday and it was crazy, like crazy. All the result yesterday was amazing. Okay. So this is something else we'll be testing out, okay, within the system. Though I don't trade currencies like this, I love to trade indices. But for those of you that are in the system already, just know that there's another thing on. There's another thing in our watch list, okay, that we can start building another trading system on. So this, I think this called, okay, was it on 15 minutes? Was it on 15 minutes called gold? Oh, okay. So this called gold yesterday around here, okay, and gold had moved into profit already. This was what we called gold yesterday. This is TP1, and you can actually swing it to all the levels, okay. All right, and this is invalidation. So it's been in good profit since it was called. That night we were looking at it, it actually called good. So these are what scanners just helped you with the work. So scanners helps you create a good system rather than you just finding yourself in the bold market. All right, you're just looking for yourself in the bold market. I thought you expected to start moving when New York opens. No, it can move anytime. Okay. So guys, that's about what it is that I have for you guys this morning. Just to show you a perspective of what you need in trading in respect to a strategy. So I gave you guys a system that I use, okay, which is the DSS plus sniper. So I snipe the market. When the market closes above the first 15-minute candle every day, I look at where it's going, but I look at where it's going based on the direction, okay, the sentiment and the signal that I get from my system. So from my strategy using that scanner, that helps me emotionless. I'm not the one looking at the market and saying this market is going to buy. No. Look at the system and say, okay, this market is buying. So let me look for a buy. And before I buy, I consider my risk. I consider the potential it is giving me. If it is not good enough, I let it go. You can see how I'm treating the market right now. You'll be like, Kevin, that's a signal. Everything is aligned based on the signal. I don't trade based on the signal. I use the signal to assess my risk and my potential. If it is good enough, I trade the signal. If it's not good enough, I wait for the one that is good enough. I hope you guys have learned something, all right, within this session. Okay. Please tell us the component of a trading system. I believe I've spoken about that in Emmanuel, right? I think from my conversation, you've been able to understand that, right? Any question? Someone message me directly. Okay. Okay. Now there's some people on YouTube. Now if you're on YouTube, you're not getting this juice. All right. If you want to reach out after this time, okay, you can reach out on Instagram. Okay. Now, this is what's going to be my final advice before I leave. As we move into 2026 as a trader, if you're a trader or you've been in the trading space or you're just looking at coming in, one of the things I've done on this call is give you perspective. You know, I wish many traders who come into this space come in from a bright or clear perspective. Your first 6 month journey is going to be far better when they are not built on your emotions. All right. That's what we do. We see that there's a lot of money in this business and we're just finding ways to make the money. But the truth and reality is you are not trying to make money, or you will not make money outside of you. So money is a reflection of who you are. So one of the things you need to do, systems, or when you get into environment, I tell people the way to success is bounded principally on your environment. So your your mental, emotional environment, your physical environment. That your physical environment controls your mental environment. I hope you guys know that. So who are you associated with, which is the second thing, your association, your community. All right. Then the information you get exposed to. These are the things that reflect your success or your failures, not what you do. There are many people that have the best skill and profession, but they're not getting result of it because they're in the wrong environment, associated with the right people, and being infused by wrong information. So what you should be looking at for is investing into association that will shift your information, the information you suck in, you see every day. Do you know the things you see are passing you information? The words you hear are passing you information. Are you hearing words from rich people, or you're hearing words from a rich environment, or you're hearing words from poor people, poor environment? Okay. Are you being catalyzed by the workforce? The workforce. Many people are in the workforce. Even in trading, they are in the workforce. They're working for the market. Some people are working for a boss, 9 to 5. Not a bad thing. But every information you're grabbing out of that space is a workforce information. You have to always leverage time for money. Not until you shift to beginning to get associated. That's it. It's all about environment, fam. So what I did, what brought me to this place that I am in, I can tell you, it's not because of what I know. It's because of what I got myself into, who I got myself into, the people I got associated with, the environment I pushed myself into. Some came with investment, some came with grace. But guess what? I identified them and I leveraged those things to create the person that I am today. And the moment the person starts forming, the things start coming. That's the reflection of true success. Invest in you environmentally, association, and information. That's what I can advise you as you journey into 2026. Let this be your priority. Forget about the vain things. Forget about these things that push you to the wall. I don't have money right now. The bills, they are inconsequential. They are distractions. Focus on the things that attracts them, which is you. Okay. The best thing you want to do for yourself is invest in systems. I'll tell you this, invest in them. Okay. Because what they will do is that they'll create for you a structure of earning. You will meet the right people. You see, some of you have had one of the best conversation of the year just being in this session. Now imagine if you have that, if you have that and many more within your corner. Okay, the voices you listen to. If wake up every day and you hear someone alter the way you think. Some people should make you feel sorry for yourself every day when you wake up. They inspire you to be sorry for your present self, not accept your present self, and you think you're going to walk your way out of it now. All right. So for those of you who saw what it is that I showed you, if you happen to be around Lagos, there's something I will sell to you. Okay. I will sell it to you because some people don't like selling or using the word selling. They just run away. Let me sell this to you. I just told you 3 things. Put yourself in the right environment. Put yourself with the right, get exposed to the right association. Even if you're not in it yet, just go expose yourself to the right association to get the right information. This will happen through events. Okay. Tomorrow, there's an event in Lagos. If you happen to be in Lagos or around Lagos, put yourself to the event. I posted the link to the event. All right. The market shift event that is happening in Lagos. All right. The launch of our system in Lagos. You want to just at least show up to experience, because that's what happened to me in 2018. I was privy to an event and something happened to me during the event that has given me the decision that has brought me. I made the decision because I had said that I put myself in the right environment. I saw the association. There are certain things you should envy in life that should push you to, I am tired. This is what I want. Not until you get yourself to a certain environment, you don't see. I look back in 2018 and I'd always had the inspiration to work with young people, youth corpers, people who are in school, to shift the way they have been brainwashed. But I've never had the opportunity to really see things that can help. That is one of the things that fostered my decision. I saw young people in school who were doing amazing and they had the result that I could say I love. And how they did it was just through leverage. That gave me, no, this is something that I really want. This pushed me that I could leverage this to help these people. Now, at the time, what pushed my inspiration may still be adolescence, in the sense that, yeah, I was inspired about, a 19-year-old coming and they're telling me about how much they're making in for it. Then I was inspired, because I'd never been exposed to that type of, so the money they made and how they made it by leverage just inspired me. And I said, no, I could use this to help people. But now I've grown higher, that it's not just about the money they make, but who they become. So I didn't see that at the time, but now I see it. Because they exposed themselves to that environment, they became the one that believed they could do what they did. So what I sell is the belief system now. It's not the money they make, because the money is deception. Okay. But if you could attract that belief system, you will change whoever you are, irrespective of the income you have today. You can change your estate by changing your belief system, and not until you expose yourself to some certain places. And I'm not just saying this event, whatsoever you have to do in this year 2026 that we're moving into, okay? If you earn an income, save maybe 3-5% of that income, all right, to buy books, to get into courses, mentorship courses, and getting into events. You just save part of your income. Make a decision that a part of your income, you use it to develop personal development. And how do you develop yourself? The books you read, okay, the environment you push yourself into. If you're not earning 5 figures, put yourself into a 5-figure environment. How do you do that? You see that you buy a book, go to an event, okay, or get a course. When you get courses, you get associated with people who are getting the courses movement, and you get proximity into the person doing the course. Okay, as association. That's how you invest. You do this over the course. At least if you do this, if you can attend 2026, about 3 to 4 events, or you do courses, I will not meet you 2027 struggling the way you're struggling right now. Okay, I cannot. It's impossible if you intentionally do what I just told you. Because what will happen is a different mindset. These are things that I never believed in. Okay, I thought I just started to say things, but I was like, no, it's a system, it's a principle. If you abide by it, it has no respect for person. People just find ways to modify it, brand it, sell it. Now, it looks like a sales system, but it's built on principles. You see, network marketing. A lot of people don't understand that network marketing is built on the original foundation of wealth. When I say original foundation of wealth, that's what network marketing is built on. But because it is associated with sales, people try to but it's a principle. You help a lot of people get what it is they want. You get more of what it is you want. The wealth system of this world is built on value for other people. And the only way to get value for other people is through the sales system. So help. Study every world system today. Google, crypto, every system on this world that has created wealth, Study. Don't just jump into conclusion of what I like or not. Just study the system around every wealth system in the world. Is it Google? Is it Facebook? Is it Netflix? Is it anything? Is built on? No, not just sales. I can tell you the history of Netflix. I can tell you the history of Google. I can tell you the history of the banks. It was built on networking. They found a way to network value for usage. They network consumption. You're feeding on Facebook today because someone created a network system. You enjoy cryptocurrency today. It is expanding based on a network system. Now, the network can be digital, but it's expressed through people. Who is the end value user? So for every time you're thinking that you don't need to sell, you're telling yourself that you don't need to be wealthy. Know how to sell value. So first you can create, either you create it for someone to sell it, okay, or you partner with someone to help sell their own, okay, or you create a platform for people to sell their own. These are the three ways to network. If you don't have one, you're struggling. So these are things you should learn. These are books you should buy on how to build a system. Now, it's capitally intensive to build a system. So don't depend on your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 is an approach to get you into the system of what? Wealth. It's a tool to use, but don't depend on it. You're going to end up being poor. If you're not selling value today, or you're not selling someone else's value today, and you don't have a platform for people to sell their value, you are going to end up being poor. All right. So what you need to do is leverage society, leverage communities, find out what is affiliate marketing. What do? They literally create systems for people, or they create skill to sell people's things, or they join a partnering system to sell people's things, or they sell their things using a system. What are you selling today? What have you produced that someone is using today? Do you know you just consumed information from me over the last 1 hour? I sold you something, even if you didn't pay. I sold you something. It's called value. And guess what? Kenry, you didn't earn anything. You are a liar. You don't know. Can I tell you that I've earned from this thing I'm doing? I've earned right now. Do you guys know I've earned? How many of you know I've earned? Put 5 on the chat. Or just tell me, Kenry, I don't know you have earned. You know that there are certain truths many of you don't know because you are so selfish. And the reason you're selfish is not your fault. You don't know. Okay, only 2 people put 5. It means these 2 people know I've earned. Okay, Shai, may I be curious to know, how do you know I've earned? Let me know in the chat, just for curiosity's sake. I'm just curious if you see. Let me, or Weebel. You can unmute yourself. Let's learn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know that from just by speaking to us this morning gave us insights of what for us to learn, and also by recording what you have done for YouTube. So I know you're making money from that.
You got it. All right, you got it. Bam, 100. That's what I wanted to talk about. So there are 2 ways I have earned. I have earned by principle and I've earned by system. Okay, this is recording on YouTube right now. It's free. But by the network system of consumption on YouTube, I get paid by this free value I put out there. While I am sleeping, for every watch, every click, I'm making money. And guess what? From that, there's a ripple effect of value. Now, some of you are here. You may not purchase something from me, but this value I've given to you in the universe is pressed and shaking together. Will men come and give it back to me? It's a principle of wealth. You give value, you get value. The measure of value that you give intentionally and with integrity will come back to you in a measure of wealth. Okay, so see, you don't lack because you don't have money. You lack because you don't sell value. So learn value and be involved in sales. You should be selling someone. You are buying things every day. What are you selling? You're buying things. Do you know that you bought data? You're here today, you're spending data. What are you selling? So whilst you're looking, you know how a lot of people don't put in work and effort because they don't see this truth, because they are not being highlighted to you every day. Okay, if you spend 5 times, if you are not earning 5 times what you spend, your yearly goal should not be about making money. It's about creating systems of how you could outlive your expenditure. And if your expenses, if all you have that you're spending is coming from your salary, watch it. Your children are going to ask you questions a couple of years from now. And you will not even have the answer for them. You're not broke because you wanted to be broke. In fact, you're very hardworking. But people end up being broke and they don't know why. Okay? It's mindset and the way you do things. If it is not associated with the integrity of sales and value, you're going to be broke eventually. It's just a matter of time. So the question you want to ask yourself is, are you broke now? Or Are you doing things to make you wealthy now? And if you think working for money is it, you're going to be broke tomorrow. It's just a matter of time. And it's not a prayer. I'm not prophesying. I'm just telling you what will happen. If you're depending on a system that works, okay, everybody who has retired from that system of working for money, they retire broke, not until they invest in a system that gives value. So why can't you start doing that journey now? What system can I endorse myself into that can start helping me sell value? There's affiliate marketing. All right. There is content creation. There's digital services. Now, trading has a wealth. Trading is dangerous. What happens in trading today? And I'm an ambassador of value. Okay. If someone wants to, a company, a brand, they call me for consultation. $1 billion can pay my children's school fees for 6 months. I don't pay my children's school fees or my house running from what I earn. There are systems that are created for it. I have multiple streams of income from consultation, from content, from trainings, from giving value, from affiliate marketing, from building and construction designs, because I designed the life like that. I understood that I need to find multiple ways to sell value, and I always integrate myself. I'm open to learning. What are you doing today? You're not poor. You're poor. Nobody's poor. People are just ignorant to value. And people are so, they waste years. Now, you're listening to this thing. What did you do? Just go think about your life. Think about process. What a lot of people do is, I wanted to put something yesterday, funny enough, and I'll say this. I found out that the reason people are poor is because they are selfish, self-centered about me. What can I do for me? But wealth is beautiful. What can you do for people? Okay, so I woke up this morning right now. While I woke up, I was inspiring. I'm thinking, what can I give people? And I created a session right now, and I just dish that value to the universe. Someone's going to come to that event. Someone from you will make the right decision about your life, and you get into drive and you do something better about your trading system, and you will become a product of this information in the next 3, 6 months, 1 year. Okay, just because of a decision I made today. That's value. And guess what? I do this every day. Every day I add value to people, and you tell me that I'm going to be poor. I don't have to say it, God forbid. I cannot be poor. Because why? By essence, I am doing what life God created me for, adding value to the environment. But it didn't start today, because you cannot give what you don't have. So first, what do you want to have? Invest in it. Okay? Not because of you, because of the world you live in. So I could say, if you're not a selfish person, you start doing things that add value to your world. Imagine you investing in yourself right now just because you could give to your community. You could give to the people that you were or you are. You know what inspires me every day when I see young people? Because a very big part of my life, I know where I came from. I have taught like these people, and I know their disadvantage. And I know when I was like that, I thought people could help me. But God showed me the principles of creating wealth, and I realized that it was dependent on me. And I followed those principles, and I created wealth. So I am very interested and inspired to help those people, because what they are depending on is not what we have. And they waste years, because I wasted years trying to. Okay, and it didn't take me anywhere. So I am interested in helping people. That's why I do what I do, because I know where I was. Only people could listen, because I listened. But there's a part I have to play. I'm playing my part. I'm making the information accessible. I'm guiding people. There's an action I took. They have to take their action. But the part I'm playing is that I'm making the right guidance available. Does that make sense? Very, very important. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is how we trade every day. And not only do we trade, you see what I did here on this session? That's what I do on my session. I don't just trade the skill. I train. Okay. There is a psychological logical aspect of trading that leads to success. Many people are not privy to have it. When I came into the system, that is what blessed me. I was opportune to love a coach and a mentor that didn't just know the skill, but he speaks to life. He will spend 45 minutes out of his 1 hour session talking about the things that I do, that I'm doing right now. See, what will you follow? Okay. And that is almost what I'm doing right now. If I have a 1 hour session, I always extend it to probably 1 hour, 30 minutes. Because why? There's always a need to talk to people from a perspective of what they are not willing to hear or they're not ready to hear, but they hear eventually that will make them make the right decision. Trading is a decision. Trading success is a decision, it's not a skill set. But what inspires the decision? Do you know you're a product of your decisions? Period. You're not a product of the things you do. You are the product of the decision you make and the actions you take. Okay? Because every decision, every action that is aligned with a decision is life-changing. So you made a decision to be poor, but you did not know. If you are poor and you're broke today, now poor and broke doesn't mean you don't have money, but you are struggling for money. It's a decision, my friend. It's either you didn't know how you made it or someone made it for you and you accepted it. So to alter that decision comes with a decision. Are you making that decision today? Because if you make the decision in the right environment, it's a seed. It will grow, inspired by the right nurturing, taking the right action. It will grow. It's just a matter of time. But make that decision. You know, when you go to the church or you go and they tell you, say, I will never be poor. It's not just, I will never be poor is a decision. It's a decision. I will never be poor. So, okay, what are you going to do? Do something. All right. If there's no question for me, okay, I'd love for those of you that are in Lagos, I'd love, whether you're watching me on YouTube or you're watching this maybe later in the course of the day, if you happen to be in Lagos, watch this. But if you watch this, whether you watched it today or you're watching it, and you are interested in getting in a trading mentorship. So what I do is I have a trading mentorship. I made myself, so I'm an educator in this trading system that I just showed you the tools, okay? And this is what I laid out for what I call a team mentorship. So if you're involved in getting my guidance and my leadership in the trading journey, okay, all you just have to do is get into this trading system and we do this together as a team, okay? That is one thing I can tell you. That's one journey, and it's what? It's affordable, okay? It's a better approach because not many people can afford a guided trading mentorship. It's expensive. You know, when you use the word mentorship, ChatGPT will not define mentorship for you. I could give you a glimpse. Mentorship is an investment that grows over time. Okay. So when you're looking for mentorship at the level, I found that, okay, I'd hit 6 figures in dollars before I got trading mentorship, before I got mentorship, before I understood what mentorship is. Mentorship is not for the poor. All right. Mentorship is not to make you rich. That is why you see that it's the rich that actually buy mentorship, not the poor. Okay. Mentorship is to give you direction on how to lead your riches. You must have first gotten into. So when I see poor people talk about mentorship, what I see is ignorance. And a lot of people use the word mentorship as a sales branded system, okay? Because what I just did right now, what I did, it's a training. Now, in the sales branding, it's called mentorship. So when you want to say, oh, trading mentorship, but mentorship is beyond a training, okay? It's actually a system of infusing data, an algorithm. So I work on an algorithm. Every person works on an algorithm, the way they think, okay, the way they do things. So when you buy into mentorship, you are trying to tell the person, install your algorithm. I want to follow your algorithm and carry your program. It's a one-on-one infusion and a journey over a period of time. It's personal, okay? It's not what, and it's expensive because who should mentor you? is the person you were trying to become. Anybody can train you. Anybody can. But when you see the word mentorship, don't think it's cheap. Okay. So, but what people are trying to do right now is they are using the system of training for mentorship, which is a good approach. You start somewhere. But this is what I'll tell you. Okay. You start where you are. For you to be able to afford a 6-figure trading mentorship right now, or a 5-figure trading mentorship right now, may cost you probably well over 5,000, 10,000 in a year. Okay. If you have to go through the right systems, but you don't even have it. So what can you do? Leverage systems. So system can give you team mentorship. So mentorship that are tailored to team. So what I do in my session, being an educator, I have team mentorship because I'm now doing it from a team perspective, but it's not tailored to individuals. But privy to have a connection with a mentor through system. That's how I got my mentorship. I wouldn't have been able to afford the person that was the educator if I met him one-on-one and I say, please, I want you to be my mentor. Give me a trading mentorship. I'll probably be paying on my butt at the time. But because there was a team mentorship through a system and I had to pay a figure to be part of that system, I was able to access his blueprint indirectly because I never had a direct access. You know, many people don't tell you this truth. People just like to follow the narratives of social media, but I'll tell you the truth. Okay. And because I had learned the principles of learning, I know how to duplicate people's success. I just need a blueprint. Whether I came indirectly or I came directly, I was able to buy into that. And day in, day out, I was consuming and affecting myself following that blueprint. I'm just among the 1% or 1% who get results from a blueprint. Okay. But in real mentorship, but I've been through that opportunity and the leadership in that system as well. I was able to get a direct mentorship from a multiple 7, 8-figure income earner in US dollars. Okay. I was able to sit down and give them, okay, this is what I should do. And we did that for over a period of 2 years. If I was to, now I've paid courses, 5-day courses for as far as $3,000 with other mentors in the feed, okay, for 5 days to just get a blueprint. I paid 1.5. I paid money for just developing myself in different areas, okay, to just get a mentorship in a particular feed for a short period of time. I see people talk about mentorship, and what I say, and I don't know what I'm saying in this session is, you are going to get there where you will value. So I told you guys I valued mentorship when I was a 6-figure income earner. Now, many of you may not be 5 or 4-figure or 6-figure income earner, but you're going to value this when you get there. Don't spoil what you're going to become tomorrow by your beliefs today, because it won't work for you tomorrow, or you probably won't get there. Okay. Some people say, oh no, the other things I am selling to make money. Don't be among those fools who talk down on mentorship. Follow the scriptures. Okay, I may not know the scriptures, but I'll always tell you, there is a blueprint, principle laid out by God himself for you to build a system of wealth and a system of kingdom inheritance. What did he say? God said, follow those who through faith and perseverance, a system. It means follow a person that has a system of faith and perseverance, discipline and faith. Inherit, it means they have proven, they have gotten the result. Follow them. Who are you following today that has a proven system? They say, let them be head over you, which means they lead you. I didn't say it. It's not my making. It is God. If Christ said that, who are you to talk down on the principle from God because of how people practice it? Who are you? Okay. All you need to do is by faith, do what God said and you get the result. So what you do, both in business, in faith, in marriage, I have a mentor for my spiritual life. I have a mentor maritally, though I don't use that one. The Holy Spirit is more of my guide now. Okay. Business, I have several mentors. I have mentors in real estate. I have mentors in real estate. I have mentor, okay, in portfolio see, in trading, there are different sectors. In money, I have money mentors, portfolio mentors. I've grown to become a mentor in trading, but money-wise in business, I have mentors. And these things, by association and growth, I've come into an environment that I am privy to attract them. Some I have to pay for them to get into that association. Even at my level, I'm doing it. And someone who's not making 6 figures is talking down on courses, is talking down on mentorship, or is listening to the voices of those who are talking down on it. Be careful. Okay, be careful. Principles are principles. Forget to practice them. There are principles of salvation, there are principles of faith. Just follow them, my friend. Okay, grow. Start from where you are. Get into system. So system might be affordable because it gives you powerful access. But if you think you can afford, this is what I told someone yesterday, reach out for mentorship. I said, okay, when you're asking for direct mentorship, I need to know if you can afford it. If you don't have what it takes to afford it, this is what you should do. I don't just offer the mentorship because you need it. And that's integrity. Just because you can afford it. So let's say someone wants to pay 5,000 for, and I look at you, I want to be able to know that if you're paid for this over a course of 3 years, do you have what it is to go through the mentorship? Do you have the funding? And the question, who goes for that type of mentorship? It has to be someone who's financially there. You don't use mentorship to climb in income. You use mentorship to manage income. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So if I'm giving you my trading mentorship, I should be able to know you have an income I can help you manage. But if you don't have it, we go from where you can first create it before you manage it. God bless each and every one of you. I'll always see you at the top. Okay? Because the bottom is way too crowded. Bye-bye.